Have you ever had a feeling that you couldn't quite explain or been drawn to something without understanding why? Carl Jung, the Swiss psychiatrist, believed there was a deeper, shared part of the mind at work in these moments, a part that he called the collective unconscious. This unseen layer of the psyche, according to Jung, is filled with archetypes, universal symbols that shape the way we all think, feel, and act. Jung's ideas offer a fascinating lens through which we can explore human behavior, culture, and personal growth. So, what exactly are archetypes, and how do they influence us? Let's dive in. Carl Jung's theory of archetypes explores the symbols that exist within the collective unconscious, the part of the mind that is shared by all people, according to Jung. Unlike the personal unconscious, which holds memories and experiences unique to an individual, the collective unconscious contains archetypes, universal patterns and symbols inherited by all humans. These archetypes are not created on an individual level, but they do shape how we process our individual experiences, make decisions, and relate to others. Archetypes have existed since before we even had the language to describe them. Think of the archetype of the mother, for example. The mother has long transcended any individual's relationship with their own mother. It's ingrained in how we perceive and understand nurturing figures. Jung emphasized that the collective unconscious does not come from individual experiences or from any specific time and place. Rather, it's a shared part of being human, passed down through generations. This means that archetypes appear across cultures and across time. From the myths of ancient civilizations to modern-day stories and dreams, archetypes are the building blocks of the human experience, appearing in art, religion, myths, and stories. These symbols tend to reflect shared themes, like love, death, struggle, and triumph that connect humanity across time. For Jung, understanding archetypes meant tapping into this universal realm of ideas and symbols. It was a way of understanding the guiding forces that help us make sense of ourselves and our existence in the world. Jung proposed a list of key archetypes that shape our psyches. One of the most essential archetypes on his list is the persona. The persona is the mask that we wear in public. It's how we present ourselves to the world. It's the social identity we cultivate to meet the expectations of others. The persona is essential for navigating our everyday lives and fulfilling our various social roles. But it can sometimes conflict with our true selves, causing a disconnect between who we are and who we show the world. The gap between the true self and the persona can cause tension, but naming and recognizing the persona as an archetype can help us see and understand how and why we adapt to external influences and shape our public image. Then there is the shadow. The shadow is an archetype that represents the parts of ourselves that we hide or deny, our fears, weaknesses, and darker impulses. These are the aspects we are most reluctant to acknowledge, but they are critical to understanding our full selves. The shadow often reveals itself through projection when we point out the undesirable aspects of ourselves that we recognize in others. In literature, this might manifest as a character's evil alter ego, such as Dr. Jekyll's transformation into Mr. Hyde. Jung believed that, by confronting our own shadows, we can balance our emotions and achieve a stronger sense of self. Jung also introduced the Anima and Animus, representing the feminine and masculine aspects within each of us. The Anima is the feminine archetype present within men, influencing their relationships with women and their capacity for empathy and intuition. The Animus is the masculine archetype present within women, shaping their assertiveness, rationality, and actions. These inner energies are not simply gender roles, but instead represent psychological forces that can help guide us through our relationships and personal development. Lastly, there is the central archetype of the self, symbolizing the integration of the conscious and unconscious aspects of the psyche. The self is a symbol of wholeness, and represents the journey toward understanding and uniting all the fragmented parts of oneself. This process of integration is a lifelong journey toward balance and personal fulfillment. In Jungian terms, the self is both the goal and the path, representing a more profound connection with both our inner and outer worlds. Jung's archetypes tend to show up in stories and in dreams. Myths across different cultures feature recurring archetypal figures, such as the hero, the wise old man, or the great mother, and these characters often embody fundamental human experiences. From Hercules facing his labors to the spiritual journey of the Buddha, these figures resonate with us because they reflect our collective human experience. Likewise, the hero's journey, a central tenet of countless cultures, mirrors the personal growth that we experience in our own lives, overcoming obstacles, gaining wisdom, and returning home transformed. In our dreams, archetypes often appear in symbolic forms. For Jung, dreams were a vital expression of the unconscious mind, a gateway to understanding what is hidden within us. Archetypal symbols in dreams and myths are not arbitrary. They represent universal themes that can help us navigate and understand our lives. The phoenix, for instance, symbolizes death and rebirth. It may appear during a time of major change, or push you towards personal transformation. If a wise old man appears in your dream, perhaps it means that deep down, you know what to do next, even if you don't feel that way when you're awake. All these patterns and symbols are part of the collective unconscious. They offer a rich framework for understanding the timeless stories we tell, and the mysterious narratives that we experience in our dreams. In modern psychology, archetypes play a critical role in understanding behavior and personal development. Jungian psychology utilizes archetypes to help individuals gain insight into their unconscious motivations and hidden fears. By exploring which archetypes resonate with us the most, we can uncover hidden aspects of ourselves and better understand why we think and why we act the way that we do. In a therapy setting, uncovering these archetypes may help us illuminate unresolved issues, deep-seated fears, and the roots of certain emotional patterns. Therapists might use these archetypes to guide their clients towards self-awareness and healing. For example, someone with a strong caregiver archetype might be naturally inclined to take care of others, but they may need to also recognize when they are sacrificing their own needs. Understanding the caregiver archetype helps such people understand why they might overextend themselves to the detriment of their own well-being. Similarly, confronting and accepting the shadow can help people integrate hidden emotions or desires, leading to greater emotional balance. Acknowledging the shadow can unlock personal power and authenticity, as it involves embracing all parts of the self. In career counseling, recognizing archetypes can help people identify what drives them professionally and guide them toward fulfilling work that aligns with their natural inclinations. Whether that's the creator archetype, seeking innovative expression, or the ruler archetype, with a natural desire and ability to influence others. By recognizing and considering archetypes, we may find a greater sense of purpose and direction in every facet of our lives. As you can see, archetypes really are everywhere, in stories, films, literature, and even advertising. The concept of the hero's journey, the classic narrative where a protagonist goes on an adventure, faces challenges, and returns transformed, is an archetypal storyline that has been used for centuries. From Homer's Odyssey to modern stories like Star Wars. Characters like Odysseus in the Odyssey or Shakespeare's Puck in A Midsummer Night's Dream are examples of archetypes that have stood the test of time. Odysseus, of course, represents the hero, while Puck embodies the trickster archetype, symbolizing mischief and the breaking of rules. These archetypes offer timeless patterns that we resonate with, not just in stories, but also in life, as they reflect our own journeys and challenges. More modern stories, such as superhero films, also rely heavily on archetypal themes. Superheroes like Spider-Man or Batman are modern representations of the hero, while their villains often represent the shadow, embodying the darker side of human nature. The consistent reappearance of archetypal themes across different genres of storytelling highlights their deep psychological resonance. The complexity of the hero, their struggles with their darker nature, and the triumph of good over evil continue to be central themes in pop culture today. Despite their clear, widespread influence, Jung's archetypes have also faced criticism. Some argue that archetypes are too vague to be tested scientifically or measured mathematically, and that there isn't enough empirical evidence to support the existence of a collective unconscious at all. However, the enduring popularity of Jung's archetypes speaks to their power in helping us make sense of ourselves and the world around us. Archetypes provide valuable insights into human behavior and culture. They shape how we think, interact, and connect with the world. In marketing, companies often create brand identities that resonate with archetypes to build deeper connections with their consumers. Archetypes like the hero or the rebel help businesses create stronger emotional bonds with their audience. And in contemporary therapy, many practitioners still use archetypal themes to help clients better understand themselves and their personal stories. With or without scientific proof, it is clear that archetypes can offer a useful framework for exploring the deeper motivations and patterns that govern our behavior. Carl Jung's theory of archetypes offers a fascinating framework for understanding our unconscious minds. Whether these symbols are embodied in the myths of ancient civilizations or emerge in our dreams and our daily lives, they shape how we see ourselves and the world. From the nurturing mother to the transforming hero, archetypes influence our thoughts, actions, and cultural narratives in profound ways. Even in modern times, these ancient patterns keep helping us connect with ourselves and with others. Though their origins may remain a mystery, the impact of Jung's archetypes is undeniable, helping us navigate the complexities of our inner and outer worlds.